So let us solve an Oxford University interview question. What is the square root of I? So to find out the square root of the complex number I, we can express it in the form of a plus bi. Okay, we can write it as I is equals to a plus bi. We can express the square root like this, where a and b are real numbers. Okay, so we'll just assume that root I is equals to a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers. A and b are real. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll just square both sides. So squaring both sides will give us I is equals to a plus bi whole square. Right, we have square both sides. Now we'll just expand. This will be a square plus 2abi plus b square I square, which will be minus of b square because I square is minus 1. So this will be I square. So this will be I is equals to a square minus b square. Let's separate out the rational parts and the imaginary parts. So this will be I is equals to a square minus b square plus 2abi. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll just equate the real and imaginary parts. Okay, so here the real part is 0, so a square minus b square is equals to 0, and the imaginary part is I, so 2ab is equals to 1. So this is your equation number 2. Now we'll just solve from the first equation. We can write that a square is equals to b square. So we'll get the value of a is equals to b, or a is equals to minus of b. Okay, now we'll use a is equals to b in equation number 2. So what we'll get 2a square is equals to 1. We have substituted this over here. So a square is equals to half. So the value of a is plus minus 1 upon root 2. And therefore, to find out b, we can find out by putting the value of b in the equation. So we'll get b is equals to plus minus 1 upon root 2. Now we have the values of a and b. We know that our root of I can be expressed as a plus bi. So this will be, we'll take the positive value of first. So this will be 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2i, and the next value of I, root I, we're taking the negative values, so minus 1 upon root 2 minus 1 upon root 2i. So the square root of I, therefore the square root of I will be 1 upon root 2, 1 plus I, and root I is equals to minus 1 upon root 2, 1 plus I. So we have just put these terms in the brackets, and we have the value of root I. So there are two values of root I.